Hello Internet, I'm Mark Kazi-Turner here at VCUsports.com and welcome to Ramified, our first official episode. It's going to be great. Here at VCUsports.com in this little video, we'll be covering all sports, events, ramifications, results, Ramfest, anything that needs to be rammed. We're going to do our Ramnest to cover it here in this video. This video is sponsored by our good friends at drinkvirginiabeer.com, Creative Dog Media, and Team United Real Estate RVA. Enough of me rambling. Let's get on with the show. Over the weekend, VCU Women's Soccer hosted Sacred Heart, Richmond, and Holy Cross in their annual VCU Invitational at Sportsbackers. The Rams faced Sacred Heart on Friday. The match ended in a 0-0 double overtime draw between the two clubs. And then on Sunday, VCU Women's Soccer defeated Holy Cross by a staggering score of 4-1. VCU Men's Soccer were busy on Labor Day as they headed up to Chapel Hill to take on number 2 UNC. The Rams were huge underdogs in this game, taking on the number 2 ranked team in collegiate soccer, and they almost came out with a victory. Unfortunately, the Tar Heels found a late game winner to defeat the Rams 3-2 on Monday night. VCU Volleyball hosted High Point in their first home match at Siegel Center of the season. The Rams, they basically took care of business at home as they defeated High Point 3-1. Not too shabby of a week result-wise for VCU this week. Now let's switch it up and go in and outs on your favorite VCU teams. It's not exactly the ideal start that VCU men's soccer kind of hoped for this upcoming season. Now after suffering their third emotional, heartbreaking, I just locked my keys in the car, I'm trying to phone a friend and I can't because my phone just died, emotionally kind of feeling. A lot of Ram fans are wondering, can this football team can actually win a match? Now I understand your pain. Losing is a terrible feeling, especially when you're playing the number 2 ranked team in collegiate soccer and you almost defeat them, or you kind of lose in extra time right when the whistle blows, or any of that other type stuff. Moral of the story, losing sucks, but this isn't the full story for Rams soccer. Looking back at the previous season to where we are now with VCU men's soccer, we've seen some tremendous progress. With the new faces such as Fortamuntes and Ryo Shimazaki now into the roster, we've added a lot of high-power offense, we've added some midfielders, and our defense is getting up there. Add that with Junior Rafael Dos Santos, Dakota Barnathan, just to name a few returning faces, and VCU all around has improved. The results may not show in the win column, but that may change soon as they figure things out. While we're on the topic of last season, an arguing point was that VCU men's soccer didn't take that many shots last year. However, this season, up to the last 3 matches, they've taken up to 40 shots. So not only are they taking the shots, they're taking smart shots that are on target. Another thing that VCU men's soccer has going for them, their goalkeeping. Junior Pierre Gardin is back for another season, and after a year of experience from last season, he's coming into this season fairly confident. As for the defense as a whole, it's kind of like that old chemistry set you had as a kid. Oh, this looks cool. I'm just going to put that there. That looks really spicy. I'm going to put that there. That smells nice. I'm just going to put all of this, and we're going to mix it all up in a little beaker. And then you hope something good pops out. There's tremendous potential for defense with chemistry and the amount of players that they have varying from defender to defender. But once Coach Gifford figures out that ultimate formula, this team can be a monster on defense. Side note, bellissimo, the passing, it is beautiful, it is something great to see here in the world of football. I love great passing, and VCU has a tremendous passing game. So what is the limit for VCU men's soccer this season? I'm not really sure. Could they make it back to the A10 championship game? Very possible. Will it happen? We'll have to find out and see. Before the season even started, VCU women's soccer and head coach Lindsey Martin had one goal in mind: A10 championship. And the way that they started off the season and playing right now in good form, they have that championship mindset. Similar to LeBron James when he goes in that 0 dark 30 phase when the playoffs start. It's one thing to have the championship mentality. It's another thing to have the players to back up that claim. And VCU women's soccer has that. Players like sophomores Kelly Graves and Julia Suarez have the playmaking ability to not only make defenders miss, and I mean badly, they also look out for their players and look for any runs for openings for a shot. For example, VCU outshot Holy Cross 20-9 in that contest, had 7 corner kicks, and netted in 4 goals. If that doesn't sound like a championship mentality turned into the pitch, I don't know what is. VCU women's soccer has the capability of playing like this. And they can possibly do it on the match-to-match basis. If they somehow manage to do this, they can be heavy favorites to win the A10 championship this year. The real question is, can they do this? Is it possible for VCU women's soccer to win an A10 championship? Head coach Lindsey Martin right now is basically building a house. She has the blueprint and everything in mind. Has all the players and pieces capable of winning the A10 championship, and right now they're just putting in the groundwork. To say that VCU volleyball is kind of busy during the opening season is kind of the understatement of the week. VCU was involved in 2 invitationals over the past couple of weekends, and after beating High Point at home, they had to prepare for another slate of invitationals. That is a lot of volleyball. With all the invitationals and tournaments and games, there is still a mystery about what is to come for VCU volleyball. They do have some very talented players that are making a killing at the net, and then there's Rebecca Strange that keeps on digging and digging and digging and digging and digging. And more digging. We wish we could tell you some more about VCU volleyball, but they're kind of busy on their road tour at the moment. So we'll just have to wait till later this month till they come home, and then we can give you a full-on depth look at VCU volleyball in the next coming weeks. The struggle continues out of the gate for VCU field hockey. After a 5-0 shellacking at Rutgers, VCU basically got completely outplayed. Now, to be fair, Rutgers is kind of up here when comparing to collegiate field hockey, while we're still in the works of trying to become a great program. One thing VCU field hockey does have going for is their heart. No matter the circumstances or the match outcome, they're going to give it 110%, and that can fuel a lot of things towards building a great program here at VCU. Will it happen this season? We're hoping nothing but the best for VCU field hockey as the season continues. It's time to give a Ram some extra love here on Ramified. That's why we're going to give the Ram of the show to VCU women's soccer's Brittany Beckwith, who apparently can defend in any circumstance, any position, any difficulty, any time on the pitch. Ram of the show was involved in the VCU versus Sacred Heart match at the VCU Invitational. During extra time, Sacred Heart had the opportunity to score the game-winning goal with Brittany Beckwith as a lone defender. Sacred Heart was able to manage a 1v1 between Brittany Beckwith and a forward, with the shot being released and Brittany Beckwith defended it while also falling to the ground. Seconds later, a rebound shot came towards the goal, and Brittany Beckwith, while on the ground mind you, lifted her leg up and deflected the ball away and forced a corner kick. Now, if that ain't primetime defending, I don't know what is. The amazement, the emotion, the overall all jaw-dropping effect of this play had everybody as sports backers standing in a standing ovation, giving Beckwith hand claps, and had me sitting in the media box saying, Brittany Beckwith, hashtag, you are the real MVP. Enough said. Oh, right, rant. Sorry, forgot. Professional here. Oh my goodness, what an off-season we had this year at VCU. And I'm not just talking about VCU men's basketball either. The VCU Peppas were in huge coverage over the off-season. And why, pray tell? Because they had some new flavor in the air? No. They finally took down world domination and gave musical to all good? No. It was because Pep Band director Ryan Capacci has parted ways with the program. That's right, our beloved Ryan is no longer here. No more Superman poses, no more dancing, no more total package, quote unquote. The overall reaction of hearing that Ryan Capacci, who served 18 years as VCU's Pep Band director, was a mixture of this cannot be happening, this must be stopped. It was kind of that mixture of VCU being defeated by Old Dominion in any sport ever, and that really heart-wrenching feeling when Briante Weber had his career ended via injury. And what does everybody do when emotion happens? Blame game, finger pointing, and the finger pointed landed right at VCU Athletic Director Ed McLaughlin, who a lot of people are blaming, saying that you should have renewed his contract. He's the Pep Band director. He should get anything he wants. VCU does have a new Pep Band director, and his name is Dwayne Costin. Costin does have some experience working with the VCU Peppas. He was the assistant director last year for the VCU Athletic Band. He also has 16 years of musical teaching experience, and as an extra bonus, he got a bachelor degree in musical education here at VCU. So with all that, what's the big deal? Well, Dwayne is no Capacci. Far from it. He's more like the business persona of what a Pep Band director should be. Many VCU fans believe that the fun of the Peppas has headed straight to the exit. Ryan Capacci was an entertainer, and whether he was frantically banging on the drums leading the VCU Pep Band in unison, or whether he was just doing a sideshow, or he was just yelling into a microphone at officials, he got your people's attention. And with all the media exposure, the fandom, the buzz, the Peppa effect became a household name, and that's thanks to Ryan Capacci. So of course, when the news that we had to depart from Ryan, it's going to be a huge, tough act to follow. Hence why the fears of all VCU fans came to fruition. Because how are you going to replace a guy that did all this? Especially in Costin's case, where you bring a guy that appears to be all business, no party, no enthusiasm, no charismatic whatsoever. You wonder why VCU fans are kind of worried? Well, it's because you brought this guy. The VCU sports season is now underway officially. We have seen the Pep Band at a couple of soccer matches over the last couple of games. They sound great. The chanting, the banter, the overall energy of the Peppa effect is still there. And they don't have any polos. Hashtag silence to the polos. Speaking of trending hashtags, on Twitter during the off season, a lot of people noticed that the VCU Peppas changed their account name to just the VCU Pep Band. And I had never seen so much social media commotion over account name change, or anything on Twitter for that matter, since Donald Trump announced that he was going to run for president of the United States. And he vowed to make the Pep Bands great again. It's going to be great. Huge. Huge. So what are we going to see from the Peppas this season? Honestly, I have no idea. You're hearing glimpses of the old. You're seeing that the Peppas still have musical greatness in their ranks. They're still a team of kids that are still very entertaining, both on and off their instruments. As for the direction and the lead of the Pep Band, I haven't seen any. On a personal note, I understand the way fans feel of Ryan leaving. I've known Ryan since I was a freshman here at VCU, and he impacted my life as a fan and both as a person. I'm honestly going to miss Ryan not leading the Pep Band anymore. But at the same time, I'm willing to give the new guy a chance, and I hope you guys are too. I'm going to leave you guys with 3 things. 1, Dwayne Costin is officially the new VCU Pep Band director. 2, Ryan Capacci will not be leading the Peppas this season. 3, give Dwayne a chance. He deserves the opportunity. VCU front office obviously thinks he can do the job. Well, guys and girls, thank you so much for watching this episode of Ramified. Remember, we would love to hear your comments on anything on the show or the show in general. So send us an email, Facebook us, Twitter us, whatever you got to do to get your voice heard to let us know. We hear you.